Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle, and I mean completely master, one of the trickiest parts of the TOPIK I2 exam. Yep, it's writing question number 53. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to have a rock-solid formula to nail this thing every single time. So, what's our game plan? Simple. First, we'll figure out what the question is really asking for. Then, I'm going to give you a super powerful four-step structure. And the best part? We'll practice each step with the exact phrases and words you need until it's just second nature. Sound good? Let's go. Okay, first things first, what's the deal with question 53? When you boil it all down, it's really about one thing, taking a bunch of data and turning it into a clear, logical story. And this is super important. You're not just a robot listing numbers from a chart. Nope. You've got to be a detective. You analyze the visual info, describe what it's telling you, explain the why behind it, and then wrap it all up in a short, coherent paragraph. It's the whole shebang, really. So how in the world do you do that perfectly every single time? Well, that's the secret sauce. It's a simple but really powerful structure. Seriously, if you remember one thing from today, make it this next part. This is the key. Here it is. This is your roadmap to a fantastic score. 4 simple steps. Introduce, compare, analyze, and conclude. That's it. Burn this flow into your brain. Every single time you see question 53, this is your guide. It's that simple. Okay, theory's great, but let's put this into practice, right? We're going to start with step 1, which is arguably the most important part. Your opening sentence. Get this right, and you set the perfect stage for everything that follows. All right, listen closely now and try to repeat after me. We'll do it slowly 2 times. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 Okay, one more time, nice and slow. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 Perfect. Now let's try it at a more natural, normal speed. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 So what's so cool about this? It's like putting together building blocks. You've got your who did the survey block, which you connect with 에서. Then you've got the who they surveyed block, which gets 를 대상으로. And finally, the what it's about block connects with 에 대해 조사한 결과. Put them together and bam, you've got a perfect professional-sounding introduction. Awesome job. Now let's move on to step 2, comparing the data. This is where we take the main results from that first graph and just lay them out, nice and clear. Okay, you know the drill. Let's practice this one together. Slowly, 2 times. 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. Great. Again, slowly. 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. Fantastic. Now, let's hear it at normal speed. 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. And here's the chart that goes with it. You can see it crystal clear, right? Men at 80% yes, women at 67% yes. Big difference. That sentence we just practiced, it's literally the perfect way to translate this picture into words. So, to sound like you're writing a formal report, you need the right tools. Think of 나타났다 and 조사되었다 as your official the data shows verbs. And that little connector in the middle, 음야, it's like the perfect little bridge to connect 2 related ideas smoothly in one sentence. Okay, so we've covered the what. Now it's time for the really interesting part, the why. For step 3, we're going to dig into the reasons behind those numbers, using that second piece of data they gave us. All right, let's lock this one in. Slowly 2 times. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. One more time, nice and slow. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. Perfect. Now let's try it at a natural pace. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. And this is what we're talking about. Look at the difference in priorities.
For men, the biggest factor for saying no was money, the cost of raising kids. But for women, it was wanting to maintain a free lifestyle. See how that sentence we practiced perfectly highlights that contrast? To make your analysis really sharp and clear, you want to use these phrases. Using 의경고 is like saying, okay, let's look at the men. And then, now let's look at the women. It keeps things organized. And phrases like 가장 큰 요인이다 are like a big flashing arrow pointing right at the number one reason. Super effective. All right, we're on the home stretch. The final step, step 4. This is where we bring it all home and wrap it up with a powerful concluding sentence. It's our mic drop, summarizing the big idea we found in the data.
Let's practice our grand finale. Slowly, 2 times. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다. Once more slowly. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다. Excellent. And now, at normal speed, bring it all together. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다.
These words are basically your signal flags. When you start a sentence with 이러한 결과는, you're telling the reader, okay, here comes the conclusion. It's the perfect transition. And ending with 음을 보여준다 is the classic way to say this shows that. In our case, it shows that a difference exists. Perfect wrap-up. Okay, we've practiced all the individual pieces. Now for the really fun part. Let's snap them all together and build our final, complete, high-scoring answer. Just look at how perfectly that flows. Step 1 sets the scene. Step 2 gives us the what. Step 3 explains the why. And step 4 gives us the so what. Every sentence leads right into the next one. That, right there, is how you write a top-tier answer. Okay, time for our final review. This might be the most important part of the whole process. We're going to read the entire paragraph together. The goal isn't just to read it, but to really feel the flow and let that structure sink in. Let's make it a part of you. All right, let's read the whole thing together, out loud if you can. We'll do it slowly 3 times. Ready? First time. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다. Excellent. Let's do it again. Second time. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다. Okay, one last time. Really focus on the rhythm and flow. Here we go. 결혼문화연구소에서 20대 이상 성인 남녀 3,000명을 대상으로 아이를 꼭 낳아야 하는가에 대해 조사한 결과 그렇다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 80%, 여자 67%로 나타났으며 아니다라고 응답한 비율은 남자 20%, 여자 33%로 조사되었다. 한편 아니다라고 응답한 이유로는 남자의 경우 양육비 부담이 가장 큰 요인으로 나타났고 여자의 경우 자유로운 생활을 원하는 비율이 가장 높았다. 이러한 결과는 성별에 따라 출산에 대한 가치관과 우선순위의 차이가 존재함을 보여준다. And that's it. You've got the 4-step structure, you've got the key sentences, you've got the vocabulary, you have everything you need. Now, just take this method and practice it with different graphs and topics. I promise you, you will absolutely crush question 53. You can do this.